out at men for playing video games and demanding that they. Today's video comes from Pearl Davis, or Just Pearly Things. Her channel will be linked in the description so that you can check her out and support her. Watch the end of the video to fully understand the implications of women wanting men playing games, why they don't want men to play games, why women don't want men to be happy in general, and how it's going to affect relationships going forward and society. And now let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
The argument that conservatives make is that men make more because of women, and that the men just need a woman to tame them and just make them better men. And from my experience, that wasn't the case. The case that I have seen is that if they make more money, the woman is spending it. And oftentimes, women are more of a distraction to men than a benefit in 2024. So I want to watch this video, and he's actually going to come on the show Wednesday to talk about this. But this guy got divorced over Yu-Gi-Oh!
I need to say this. Let me just say it straight out.
And by the way, this seems like a Christian guy. He's got, I can do anything through God who strengthens me. Seems like a Christian guy.
I am no longer married, and I'm divorced. When I met this woman and I told her about my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, she hated it.
Okay, so he was, to give preface, he was a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber.
She said that, hey, you can do something better with your life. You should go back to school. So you know what I did back in 2016, 17, 16? I said, you know what? Maybe she's right. And you know what I did? I sold all my equipment. I sold my YouTube channel. I sold all my camera stuff. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time for me to do something better with my life. Not knowing that at that time, what I had was very special. At that time, something that I sold to you, I had something going on. Even though I had some drama and stuff going on before, and I set up my channel a few times, I had something that I completely gave up. I gave it up because someone said, hey, you know what? Maybe this time to move on. You gotta do something better with your life. There gotta be something more for your life. And I sold all my stuff for a woman, and she's no longer here. And this problem persists. She told me at that time, hey, you wanna meet my mother? You need a car. Because I didn't have a car at the time. I was doing YouTube. I was working from home.
So she's saying spend more money. Because men are practical. He said, I don't need a car. Why do I need a car?
I need to drive anywhere. Yes, you should. But what I did for a living. How I paid my bills. And I was a street performer also. I was a street performer. Just catch the bus 20 minutes down the street, played my horn, went home. I never needed a car. But when I met this woman, you have to go back to school. You have to exercise. You have to get your degree. You have to do something better with your life. Even though I explained to her, this is what I chose to do. A woman comes in your life and try to tell you the plan that you chose for your life is wrong. And out of love, I choose.
Look at you.
What? Maybe she's right. And I took a chance. I said, you know what? I'm going to give this up completely. Like, for good. Sold the channel to Java. Sold all my stuff. Tried to go back to school multiple times. I don't want to say that I can't finish school, but it certainly feels like I can. I don't know what it is. And every time I talk to people, they just think that everything I say is just an excuse.
This is why I often say men are better off alone. You are better off without friends a lot of the time, and you are better off not listening to family a lot of the time. If you have family that are going to put you down and crush your dreams, it's better to avoid them and simply be alone. Once a man learns how to be alone, he becomes powerful and he becomes content. The need and the desire to have a woman because he is lonely is what leads men to destruction. Here you had a man who had everything he needed. He had his YouTube channel. He had his Yu-Gi-Oh collection, something that continually raised in value. He had an actual way of providing for himself. He did not have any crazy expenses. He was living within his means or below his means. He was doing well. But then he gets into a relationship with a woman who doesn't actually care about him, and she's not going to be practical. She's just going to say, you need to have this and this and this to date. You need to do this and this and this. The crazy thing is that the same woman would then turn around and go date a Yu-Gi-Oh, you heard me right, a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber that had made it and was now making, let's say, $500,000 a year, or doing very well in life. And in fact, he doesn't even have to be a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber who's doing that great. He could be someone exactly like this guy, But times get tough, and she is hungry and out in the streets. And now this is the man of her dreams. All right, he is a Plan C guy, or even a Plan D guy. What's a Plan D guy? Plan D is Plan Desperate. He can provide her with a roof over her head, food in her hungry belly, so she doesn't have to sleep on the street, and she does not have doesn't have to be hungry. A place to go and shower, a place to go and potty, a little money in her pocket to pay her cell phone bill,
Wonderful.
and and she can basically then use that guy to get back on her feet and then upgrade to a Plan C or preferably a Plan B guy. Okay? That's how women operate. Of course, people don't listen to Uncle Angry until everything is ruined. They don't listen to Uncle Angry until they've lost everything. And now they're facing homelessness, despair, and destitution. And then my creeps come back and say, hey, creep, this happened to me. Hey, like, bro, I don't care. I don't care. Don't come back. Like, give another man a chance, all right? You had my energy. You didn't want it. You're disrespectful. But I didn't know. I can't be held accountable. There you go. That's your first failure. I didn't have any control of myself. You're a simp. You're a simp. If you have no control of yourself, whose fault is that? That's no one else's. I understand things happen in life. I understand that we struggle. But you did all of these things over a woman. Not because of mental illness. Not because of, not because you didn't know any better. No, you knew better because you were watching my content. You just didn't care. You wanted what you wanted. You didn't want to be alone. And you wanted to keep on simping because you thought that's how you were going to get what you wanted. And you ended up losing everything. And now you're broken back. Listen to me. Just like the women who chose the bear, you need to go to the woods and hang out with Yogi and Boo Boo, all right? But miss me with that. Guys, let me ask you something. When the banks collapse, and trust me, it's coming, will you be ready? Imagine waking up to the ATMs that don't work, bank doors chained shut, and millions of people left with nothing. No cash, no access to their savings, and no way to survive. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. That's why I created Angry's Crypto Academy to teach you everything you need to know about crypto so you can protect yourself and your family. You'll learn how to buy, sell, and everyday and even trade crypto for a living. Plus, we alert you to new crypto trends so you can profit before everyone else even knows what's happening. Right now, I've just published an exclusive. Hello everyone, Fancy here, you're watching. The story kicks off inside.
How did Justin that work there?
Okay.
Welcome back to the news, everybody.
One day, God created a new world.
Hundreds of thousands of Canadians with disabilities are ready to work.
Yeah.
And the resources you need to help hire them are right here. A message from the Government of Canada.
Don't care.
We've got eyes on the 499.
Don't care. Stop with the stuff. Stop. I don't care. I do not care. I really don't.
One day, God created a new world, a bizarre world created only to relieve the boredom of this God. This being named this world as the Abyss, and the creatures he himself created began to fall one after the other into this new world and massacred everything and everyone in their path. It was inevitable. All humans had to find a crucial way to survive. However, the only possible way was to live and fight while seeing a sea of blood and corpses in a war between humans and beasts. You fight and survive, and thus you will receive a reward from the gods because these superior beings enjoy this. Nothing was as pleasurable as battles for them. Everyone had fun watching the suffering of humans fighting for their lives. On a battlefield, we see the bodies of several dragons and humans after a bloody battle where no one emerged victorious. A person is kneeling, spitting blood in front of a huge dragon with golden scales and an imposing posture. The person still breathing in his last moments of life is trampled by the enormous paw of the beast, making the poor lad agonize even more. The man with purple hair, while observing the creature, starts laughing euphorically for some unknown reason, despite all the pain he was suffering. Before departing in the last moments of his life, he starts insulting the dragon while the beast moves to create an energy ball in its mouth. The lad who was about to die thinks that if it's them, those people will probably succeed, especially if it's one in particular. Meanwhile, in another place, a woman with a golden magic circle in her hand is saying that at that moment, the last group of humans died. The girl turns around looking at two people, and then says that now the remaining humanity was only those who were there. The four gathered in that place are the last living humans in that world of war and blood where no one emerges victorious. Eris is a woman with white hair and golden armor who wields a spear and has an extremely gentle appearance. Keldian, a blonde man who uses a staff with a sculpted sun at the tip, is a mage. Kane Tai is a strong man who wields a huge sword and ancient armor made from the hides of dead beasts. And they all three look at the last member, a lad who is sitting amid the rubble of the place. This man is named Kang Hansen and has black hair and dark armor. Then Eris compliments that they were the last who could save humanity. Kang, hearing all that, begins to open his eyes as if tired and showing that there were several wounds scattered across his body. Eris explains that they are in the room where the temple of Jewel Kino was, the great sphere known for having the power to return to the past, and also the last hope of humanity that entered the Abyss 50 years ago and perished, leaving nothing behind. Tai tells everyone there that only one person could go back to the past, wanting to reach a consensus with the group. The man starts speaking proudly, questioning if it was already decided who would go, as if offering himself to fulfill such a mission. He says that the strongest among them, for example, could go since they knew who that person was while posing to show his pride. Keldian begins to mock Taz, saying that he thought for the first time the man would say something intelligent but was wrong. However, Eris conversation, telling the two to take it easy and stop arguing. She says that if all the Valkyries sent to battle against the Golden Dragon were defeated,